Okay, I think I found one. Let me deploy my trap. Trap's not working. Okay. Enough with this skit. Okay, you guys might be wondering why the hell am I dressed up like a Ghostbuster, and I'm here to answer that question. So, as you guys know, before we actually get too deep into that particular aspect, real quick, I recently saw a documentary called Ghost Heads, and essentially what that is it is a organization all over the U.S. That is basically just major Ghostbuster fanatics, like myself, who have each state has their own club of Ghostbusters who go out and do all kinds of charitable work dressed like this to support really great causes. So the whole reason I'm doing this, doing this right now, is to inform you guys that my plans for my truck have changed. Now, for those of you who don't care about this particular next part, do not watch the rest of this video. But for those of you who are major Ghostbusters fans, stay tuned for the rest of the video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So as you guys know, or may know, I drive a 2004 Chevy Avalanche, which is a big vehicle, and it is white. So, the original plan was to take off all the white, repair the body, paint it blue, and have the back part silver, or the back plastic on it silver, to give it a Dallas Cowboys colored look, and then essentially put Dallas Cowboy flares all over the car, or truck, or whatever you want to call it, and then go from there. But my dad made the awesome suggestion after showing me this documentary, saying, hey, you should turn that thing into a Ghostbusters inspired vehicle. Knowing how I am when it comes to Ghostbuster things, I said, damn it. And that's literally what I said. I said, damn it. And went ahead and said, screw it, I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. Because if I've already found the Dallas, I live in Dallas, Texas, and I've already found the Ghostbusters HQ, essentially, of Texas's district, or Texas, or one of Texas's squadrons of Ghostbusters that goes out and does the charitable work. So I thought this would be fun. I can get my truck repaired. I can get it repainted in white. It's going to save me a ton of money in the process. And then I can go to all these charitable events dressed as a Ghostbuster. I mean, I've already got the suit. I've got a proton pack. And I've got the PKE meter and ghost trap. So, granted, those are all toy versions of what the actual props are. But they still work. That's what they're intended for. They're intended to look like Ghostbuster props. So, while they may not look correct, they are accurate enough to where it's going to all work. So, in a later video coming out this year, probably closer to October or somewhere in between, I'm going to build a custom roof rack for my truck. I'm going to do it step by step, just like I did with the Ash Williams chainsaw hand, so that way for those of you who are, slightly older in audience, or maybe have a car and you're a big Ghostbusters fan, or whatever the case may be, you guys will be able to follow those videos step by step and be able to build your own custom roof rack. If your vehicle has a roof rack, this will be easy. If not, it's going to be a little bit more complicated. But either way, I'm going to show you guys step by step on how to build a custom roof rack for your vehicle. Now, keep in mind, certain parts of it are legal to a point. Now, what that means is I found emergency lights that I'm going to install on my car, or truck, or whatever you want to call it. For the time's sake, I'm just going to say car. So, even though it's definitely not a car. So, they're green, so they're not quite red or blue, like the actual Ecto-1 vehicle has blue lights. I went to an actual police department in Texas, or actually in Dallas, to get confirmation that this was all perfectly legal. And they said as long as it does not look like a police vehicle or a law enforcement machine, you are perfectly fine. So to make sure of this, I'm going to go ahead and stick with green lights because, why not? Make it stand out more. So essentially that's what it's going to do. I'm going to have some green lights. I'm going to have a custom built roof rack. Now, most people will probably do it out of metal. I'm not going to do it that way because that's going to be too heavy, even though my truck can definitely take the weight. And I don't work with metal. I work with plastic and I work with wood. And that's it. I don't have a welding machine. I don't have metal clamps. I don't have a grinder. I don't have any of that crap. But what I do have is a saw that can cut through wood and plastic just fine. So that's what we're going to do it out of. It'll be lightweight, easy to move, and easy to remove because right now I don't have a roof rack. So that's not hard. I found a very easy removable roof rack that I can put on top of my truck, and it'll still serve its purpose. So, and this is where this particular series comes into place. For those of you who, like I said earlier, for those of you who are major Ghostbusters fans who have access to a vehicle, whether it be a family vehicle or your own personal ride, that series is dedicated to you guys, the ones who are diehard Ghostbusters fans like myself, who want to change your mode of transportation in your own personal way. That is the nice thing about a Ghostbusters inspired vehicle, is it can be done however you want. As long as if you feel like it looks like an Ecto-1 inspired vehicle, then go for it. It doesn't have to be, exact on point. Mine is not going to be exact on point because I don't have I don't have a whole lot of good reference photos. I have reference material, but I don't have reference photos. So there's a difference. And while I do have a lot of Ghostbuster items, I don't have near as many as the people who are in the documentary Ghost Heads. So I'm a little bummed out about that, but trust me, that will change. Because I have red walls. Perfect Ghostbuster setup. Even though at the moment it's marketed as Deadpool, but that's beside the point. So, when I do the roof rack, I will have a outfit similar to this on. Maybe not the Proton Pack, because the Proton Pack does get heavy after a while, despite it being made of plastic. But just know I may have something on similar to this, so that way I don't ruin actual good clothes. But you guys have been asking me forever to do another step-by-step custom build like I did with the chainsaw. And I actually got people messaging me on the behalf of those videos saying, hey, this helped me make a Halloween prop. This helped me build something I've always wanted to do but could never figure out how. That is the greatest feeling on this planet. So for those of you who made those comments or sent me those messages, I appreciate the thanks, but I didn't do it. You guys did. You guys are the ones who watched that video and did it step by step. So therefore, I just showed you how to do it, but you guys are the ones who actually pulled it off. So, but, so this is kind of what the Avalanche is going to look like. And again, I'm going to do multiple videos on this just to make sure that you guys get the gist of it. It's all going to be on. It's going to be on two different playlists. It's going to be on the truck upgrades, as well as another playlist simply titled Ghostbuster, or Ecto 2004. So, without further ado, let me show you guys what this is going to look like. Okay, now keep in mind that these are rough sketches. Well, not rough sketches, but they are poorly photoshopped images. So this is essentially what my truck looks like. Not at the moment, but this is essentially what it will end up looking like. The fender flares here are going to remain black. Everything on the back is going to be transformed into red. Subtle Ghostbuster touches and decals everywhere. The door bars here will be redone in black and yellow markings to show that it is supposed to represent a emergency style vehicle, but not necessarily a police automobile or ambulance. The Chevy bow tie is technically already done, but it needs to get redone, so bear with me on that. And then you've got the roof rack up here. So that's just a small idea. This is a much larger scale. So you've got, my truck is a Z71 model, so I can have my mother can do custom slimy Z71 decals, as well as a Ghostbuster decal over the fuel tank, as well as who you're gonna call and Ghostbusters written on the backside, and a nice Ghostbusters logo on the door, and obviously the roof rack up top. So, and I know what everyone's thinking right now, but Ultimate Deadpool, when it's done, isn't it going to look like a Hot Wheels toy? Yeah, that's what Ecto 1 looked like when it was in the movie. So, I have no problem doing it this way. If this vehicle right here, this machine right here, can spread joy and make people's day feel better, by all means, I am going to do it this way. I don't care if it looks like a Hot Wheels toy or not. If this makes somebody's day better, or if this gives somebody who has a terminal illness or whatever feel better about themselves, then by all means, God damn it, let's do it. So, because I'm a very compassionate person when it comes to matters like that. So if I can have that opportunity to make somebody feel better, I'm going to. So that is why I have changed my plans dramatically. So, and it's going to be fun. I know it's going to be fun. So, I have found an actual prop replica of a proton pack. It is not cheap by any sense of the word. It is over $2,000. If I ever, or if I'm able to do Ghostbuster cosplay and, you know, do charitable work, that is the proton pack I will use, not this one right here. This one is great for looks. The other one is great for functionality. As well as the official, God I say it, NECA's life-size Slimer, which can sit in the passenger seat of my vehicle as well. So, I hope this video gives you guys a little bit of insight to my personal life, as well as some things coming later down the road. I know stop motion videos have been really slow and tight lately. I've had a lot of things going through my mind here, so I know it's a struggle, but I promise once everything has kind of settled down and finances have come down, hopefully this channel will come off the ground with fists ablazing. Essentially, get my mojo back. Essentially is what's going to happen. So, I can't promise it'll be right away, but stay tuned, and I hope you guys will enjoy those particular videos if you guys are interested in stuff like that, as well as future videos, and, you know, dealing with Transformers and, you know, Legos alike and everything else. I am doing a different version of a Transformers movie. It's not going to be called Bumblebee. It's just going to be called Transformers. So it's going to have a little bit of everything, literally, because it's going to have Michael Bay style Transformers and G1 style Transformers, as well as custom Transformers, as well as Bionicles that are supposed to be Transformers. So it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird, essentially. So that's probably not coming out for a while, so you don't have to worry about that. But just know I am a very nice person behind the scenes. I don't just put on a happy face for YouTube. And doing my vehicle this way is one way that I can show to you guys. And if I'm able to get videos on that, you know, of me doing charitable work as a Ghostbuster, then by all means I'm going to try it. But it just all depends on how everything works. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching. If I can find the link to the Ghost Heads documentary, I'll put a link in the description below, so that way you guys can check it out and see that I'm not full of shit. Because I know there's a lot of people in the comments saying, oh yeah, he's just doing this to sound nice and awesome, but it's all bullshit. Trust me, it's not all bullshit. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys all next time on Ultimate Deadpool. Now, if you'll excuse me, somebody saw a cockroach on the 13th floor. I gotta go take care of it real quick. So without further ado, I'm gonna go exterminate.